Spectacular. Look at the headlines, Clark. Forrester versus Forrester. Who will be crowned champion? Oh, I love it. And look at the caricature of Ridge. They really nailed him, didn't they?
Right down to the cocked eyebrow.
So I take it this is a big deal, then. I mean, this competition in Italy?
Big deal? Yes, son, I guess you could call it a big deal. Since it's the first time in history that Forrester Creations and Spectra Fashions have shared a runway as equals.
My mom told me a story about a show that you both had on the Queen Mary.
Oh, yes, the Queen Mary. That was a spectacular occasion. Took a lot of seamanship and swashbuckling to pull that one off. And I don't think we would have done it without a little superior navigation and piracy. A little bit of piracy on my part.
There's a little bit of the Blarney in this one.
Yeah, well, a little bit of Blarney never hurt anything. We're Irish after all. And you know, there was the AFI benefit. Now, that was another spectacular occasion. We really had to hornswoggle our way in there, too. But this event is invitation only. We are going to be honored guests this time, and they are going to roll out the red carpet for us. And I'm telling you, after we win the competition, which we will, then the whole world is going to be our oyster.
Do you think Ridge is really up for this? I mean, so soon after his wife's death?
Let me try and explain something to you about the creative spirit and artistic types like Eric and Ridge Forrester and your father. Whatever happens to them in life, whatever they're feeling, good, bad, or indifferent, whatever passion or despair they are feeling, it all gets funneled back into the work, you understand? And after what he has just gone through, I would suspect that Ridge Forrester is probably a whirling dervish of creativity at this point.
Come in.
I missed my appointment.
Again?
I know what you're thinking, but it wasn't intentional.
Oh, not like all the other times.
No, it was the hemline here. This.
Well, that's a new one.
Well, seriously, look like I went through like 5 different versions of this, trying to finally arrive at here. This is what I wound up with.
I lost out to a ruffle?
No, it's not a ruffle. It's a flounce, and it's a flounce that's going to turn the entire fashion world on its derriere. That's what it is.
Well, then I guess I should feel honored.
Now you're getting it.
Has anyone ever told you that you're impossible?
Yes, daily. My wife used to do that, and I've missed that. Thank you very much. No, really, we should reschedule. Let's see. This afternoon. Oh, I got fittings this afternoon. This evening, I can. No, I promised the kids this evening.
Just forget it. Just forget it.
No, this is important. It really is
important. But it can wait till you get back from Portofino. And besides, it looks like this is the best therapy you can find.
I think you may be right about that.
Brooke, Deacon said he was moving to New York.
It didn't work out.
Well, is he here permanently?
I don't know.
Well, Brooke, what exactly did he say?
He was just so bitter.
Well, I guess that's understandable. I mean, he lost you, he lost Bridget, his little girl.
He didn't even want to hear about Hope.
Well, you know, it's probably a blessing. If he's not interested in Hope, he's not going to be involved in her life, so...
Yeah.
Really shook you up, didn't it?
Seeing him the way that he was.
Maybe you should give Bridget a heads up that he's back.
No.
Brooke, are you sure? I mean, what if she runs into him?
Well, she won't. She's spending most of her time at Ridge's and at school.
And at the insomnia.
He's not going to go there. He didn't even mean to run into me. It was just an accident. I have to believe that he doesn't want to see us or be reminded about what happened any more than we do. Besides, I don't want to worry Bridget about this.
If Bridget finds out the Deacon's back and he ran into you, what is she gonna think? Hi. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting?
Hi, sweetheart. Come on in.
Are you sure?
We're finished here. Thanks, Megan.
Nice to see you, Bridget.
Nice to see you. So, how are you?
I'm fine. Actually, I just have a minute, but I wanted to come by and congratulate you.
On what?
This Portofino challenge. It's exactly what Ridge needed.
Oh, really? Well, I wish I could take credit for it, but it was all Eric's idea. He wanted to get Ridge excited about something again.
Well, it worked. I'm telling you, he was like a different person this morning. He was up at the crack of dawn and jumping back and forth between 3 or 4 designs. He's so into it.
Oh, that's terrific.
And a relief. It kind of feels like we're seeing the old Ridge again, which has the kids feeling better.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they're so excited about going to Italy. They need this. They need to get out of the house and do something completely different.
I'm really happy for them.
I knew you would be.
I really appreciate you stopping by and giving me an update.
Well, I know it's still kind of awkward for you to go over there and see them yourself, which is so ridiculous.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, I know how much you care about Ridge. And so does he. You know, it means a lot to him. It seems like he's always in a better mood after you visit.
Well, thanks for telling me that. I just want to believe that I'm doing the right thing.
You are.
Wish Stephanie and Tricia saw it that way.
Tricia.
Oh, yeah, she jumped on Stephanie's bandwagon, didn't you hear?
No.
She's probably over at Ridge's right now giving him a session, telling him what a bad influence I am.
Well, she hasn't had much of a chance lately. He's been skipping his appointments.
So you approve of what I'm doing then?
Well, I'm not sure about this color scheme, but I do have to say this ruffle is
I
fantastic.
meant you approve of my getting back into the designing, accepting my dad's challenge.
Well, you certainly seem re-energized.
That I am.
Designing helps put you back in touch with a little joy and give you some hope. More power to you.
What makes you think it was the designing that did that, though? Maybe I got this mood from something else.
Such as?
Well, a visit from my good friend Brooke.
Oh, so she did come over.
Yes, she did, and I'm glad she did.
I'm sure.
Why did you tell her not to?
Because I think it's risky.
You're the one that just said we should take a break from the grief.
Well, there's a difference between taking a break and coming back to the work refreshed and renewed, and trying to avoid the work altogether.
So that's what you think I'm doing, avoiding the grief, huh? Replacing Taylor with Brooke. You know how insulting that is to Brooke and me and Taylor?
There's no reason to feel insulted. It's a very common reaction. It's a form of denial called transference. When the feelings that you have for someone...
Yeah, there you go with that psychobabble again.
Only because it turns you on. Ridge, what's wrong? Ridge, you okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I was trying to explain to you the concept of transference. And you told me it was nothing but psychobabble.
Yeah. Taylor knew that was a hot button for me, that psych speak stuff.
Well, then I'll try to put things in plain English.
Thank you, that would help.
If someone who's very important to you disappears from your life, or seems to have, you have all these feelings with nowhere to go. And sometimes you might look to a new object or to a new person on which to focus that emotion.
I'm sorry, I don't really have time for this right now. I've got to get these things to the cutting room.
Okay, then I'll just get out of your hair.
Actually, you don't have to. The kids are coming home in a little while, and I didn't want them to come home to an empty house.
Well, I could stay here until you get back.
That would be great. That would be great. You sure that wouldn't be a problem?
No, it'll give me a chance to check in with them.
Okay. All right. That would work out well, and I'll be back soon.
Okay,
Okay.
bye.
Rich isn't going to see Tricia anymore?
Well, I don't know if it's completely over, but I do know that he's missed quite a few appointments. Actually, she came by the house last night to call him on it.
She came by the house after dark?
Yeah.
Well, that's strange.
You think so?
Don't you?
Well, I wasn't sure, but yeah, he did seem kind of put off by it.
Well, he has every right to be. Who does she think she is?
Taylor did ask for her help.
Yes, but it doesn't mean she can barge into his house and tell him what to do. I mean, if he doesn't want to talk to her, he shouldn't have to. And if he wants to talk to me, it's really none of her business.
Mom, you don't have to get all worked up about it, okay? I mean, obviously, she doesn't have a whole lot of influence here.
So you're saying he's doing fine without her?
Thanks to this design competition. It's brought him back to life.
I'd love to see that.
Well, you should come by.
Is he working at the house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, maybe I will. I can order some Italian food. You know, give him some inspiration.
That's a good idea. You know, I have to run. I have a lunch date, but I will see you later.
Okay, thanks, honey. Megan, do me a favor. Call that little Italian restaurant on Robertson. Yes, that's the one. And order the picnic basket for 2. I'm gonna be right there. I'll go pick it up. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Rich is going to drop by his first designs later. You should stick around, take a look.
Oh, I would love to, but I actually have.
You have plans?
Yeah,
With who?
with Bridget.
Hey, what's going on here, huh? I thought you were going to let that go.
Yeah, well, I thought CJ was going to as well.
And I thought I told you, Clark, that you were naive to believe either one of these young men.
You know, Mark, we all talked about this. We agreed.
Listen, it's all right. It's perfectly understandable. We're talking about 2 young alpha males here, okay? And I must admit that the object of their affection, Miss Bridget, is an extremely lovely girl.
Yes, she is.
And I must say one more thing. You know, you're exhibiting great taste at this point in your life. When your father was your age, he didn't have the same taste in women.
Oh, really? My father wouldn't have been interested in someone like Bridget?
Oh, no. He would have been more interested in the mother. Brooke was more his type, you know, a little jiggle, a little giggle, and a lot of trouble.
I only met Brooke briefly at the hospital, and she wasn't giggling at the time.
Well, in general, I think the farther away you stay from women like Brooke Logan, the better off you're going to be. Words to live by.
Sauce. Bread. Buongiorno.
Oh, Brooke, what a surprise.
What are you doing here?
Just helping Ridge out with a few things. What's this, lunch?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it
Well, that's
is.
great. Let me help you out with this.
No, it's okay.
No,
I have it.
no, really, it's okay. It smells delicious. You know, Ridge is really going to appreciate this. Thanks.
Hi.
Oh, hey, there she is.
Hey, Bridget.
Clark. Sally, how are you?
I'm fine, dear. How are you?
Keeping busy?
So I hear.
So are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Whoa, hey, hi.
Hi. What are you doing here?
I work here?
No, I told Mom you'd be home. She was gonna go over and bring you lunch. Oh, I guess she's gonna show up to an empty house.
No, Tricia's there. She'll let her in.
Tricia?
Yeah, Tricia, the counselor
Yes,
you met.
I know who she is. I also know how my mother feels about her. And now they're in your house alone together? This could be bad. This could be really bad.
Oh, was there something else?
Where's Ridge?
At the office.
He left you here all alone.
Yeah. The kids are due back any minute.
Well, I tell you what. I'll stay here and wait for the kids, and you can go home.
You know, given the way Thomas feels about you, I don't think that'd be wise, do you?
Maybe you're right. You should stay and babysit. And I'll just set up this picnic for Ridge and me. If I knew you were here, I would have brought more food so we could all share.
Brooke, you can't stay.
Now, this isn't your home. This is Ridge's home. And he said I was welcome here whenever I wanted.
Well, I don't think that he meant when he wasn't here. Besides, his sketches are spread out all over the place. You are the competition, and this is just inappropriate.
Well, I don't think you need to tell me what's appropriate.
Obviously you do, or else you wouldn't be here.
This isn't about Thomas or the sketches. You just don't want me anywhere near Ridge.
No, I have tried to explain to you that Ridge is just going
Look,
through this
I don't think
difficult
you need to
time.
explain to me about Ridge. You hardly even know him. I've been his best friend for years.
Oh, his best friend other than Taylor. It is so easy for you to pretend she never existed.
That's not true. And just because I brought some lunch over doesn't mean
What
that...
does it mean, Brooke? I mean, what are you trying to accomplish with your cute little dates and your tight little skirts? The man is in pain, and he has a lot of hard work to do before he's ready to enter any real relationship. I wish that you could respect that. I wish you could respect him.
Oh, yes. Just like you respect him, right? Coming over here at all hours of the night, harassing him about not showing up for his appointments. Yes, I heard. I think you're getting a little too personal with this. Or maybe you don't like the fact that I'm helping him more than a so-called professional.
I'm really gonna have to ask you to leave.
Oh, very good. You sounded just like the little lady of the house. Now, is that what you want? Have you been fantasizing about being the new Mrs. Ridge Forrester?
You know, it doesn't surprise me that someone like you would say something like that. But trust me, if I were interested in Ridge, I wouldn't feel a need to hit on him at the lowest point of his life. I mean, I do have a little more self-confidence than that. But hey, do what works for you.
Thank you. I will.
Just do it somewhere else.
You know, I was wrong. I think I do have enough food here to share.
Well, I don't want to have lunch with you, Brooke.
Oh, but you don't even know what I brought. There's this really good marinara sauce. Delicious. Oh, it goes so perfect with your outfit.
You wouldn't dare. Oh, my... Oh, my God.
You don't know a thing about Rich and me. So why don't you just take your dirty little clothes and your dirty little mind and get the hell out of our lives?